Hey guys, welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good weekend out there. And yes, we are edging ever so closer to that weekend, right? Well guys, I recently got out my Smith & Wesson 500 Magnums. I wanted to go over them with some ballistol and different things, check them over. It's been a while since I shot these guys. They cost a lot to feed these. But I do get out on occasion, and I do get to shoot these guns, and when I do, it really is a good time. And the fun thing about these, I tell people, there's pros and there's cons to owning this kind of revolver. One of the first cons, I'll tell you right off the bat, is the price. This is a lot of metal, okay? This is a big chunk of gun, either one of these. And, of course, you are going to pay a premium when you have something like that. It's Smith & Wesson, it's name brand. It's a quality revolver. The triggers are excellent on these. I was showing an older person, an old school person with guns, how I was letting them dry fire this, and they were amazed at how the trigger is. And I'll show you that here in a little bit. But one of the pros of the gun is that you only need to shoot a few rounds to really have fun with this. So in other words, you could take your 9mm different guns when you go to the range, and you and your buddies could take a box and just, each shoot a couple rounds, 2-3 rounds, and mix it in with your other shooting. And I'm telling you, you only need to shoot a couple rounds through this. Now, I have fired a full cylinder of 5 rounds one-handed, and it is quite painful. Let me tell you, it is quite painful. I have that on video, too, as well, somewhere back in the history of H4T. But it is painful to shoot these guys one-handed, even with the rubberized grip. And what I might be doing is going to the wood grip. I've been looking into Hogue, and you guys have any suggestions for me about a really nice wood or exotic wood grip that I can buy for these? Definitely let me know in the comments down below, because I'm looking to put a real fancy grip, a nice wood grip on one of these or both. Probably just one, though. What I would like to do would be to get this one professionally polished out to a chrome-like mirror finish, and then put a nice exotic wood grip on here, or a laminated wood, something in that nature. So you guys let me know what you think on that, think if it would be worth it or not. So there is some pros to it and there is some cons. It's really fun to shoot. You can hunt anything in North America with these guns. That they're rated for that. You could take down an elephant. You could use these in bear country. Wherever you want to hunt with these guys, you could. The rounds are expensive. But like I said, you only need to shoot a few to have a good time with this gun. So just to give you an idea, there's a 500 Magnum round. And since everybody has different size hands and whatnot, let's compare it to a 147 grain 9mm round right there. That's just to give you an idea. Most everybody knows automatically what a 9mm round looks like. So this is a good comparison to show you the massiveness of the 500 Magnum round. And there is a round that you can get at 700 grains that comes out to about here and fills the cylinder from here all the way to the front edge. So you can get a round that's even longer than this. This is the same diameter as a Desert Eagle 50 cal round, but it's longer, hence the Magnum, 500 Magnum 50 AE. So the diameter is basically the same, but it's the length of the cartridge that makes it Magnum. And it's more powerful than a Desert Eagle round. I still love my Desert Eagle. If you guys want me to do a video on my Desert Eagle, let me know and I'll get that up too. And we'll talk about it. But this is a Hornady. One of their hunting rounds, I forget what it is, XTP, with the polymer in the tip. And what's crazy is the polymer in this tip is like a marker. That's how big it is. But these are really some awesome guns. I like having them in the collection. I got a good deal on this one, and then I got a really good deal on this one too. And that's why I have two, because I know a lot of people always ask me, like, well, why would you have two 500 Magnums? Well, this one I got a good deal on. And this one, a guy up in Cleveland, Ohio, had this listed, and I believe I paid $8 to $8.75, I can't remember. And this is the one that sells for $11.99 because it comes with 2 sights. It comes with an iron sight and that fiber optic tube sight. And then it comes with the tools to change that, and it comes with an extra compensator and the tools to change that. So this is the more expensive model that's approximately $11.99 at stores. So I paid from $8 to $8.75. It might have been $8.75. I just can't recall right off the bat. It's been a few years. Yes, guys, these are unloaded. They were just thoroughly cleaned with ballistol. Everything looks good. I did the cylinder arm. I got oil down in there. I spun everything and put oil in there. Put ballistol in there. Wiped off all the excess. And the triggers, guys, on these are really nice. When you shoot it in double action like this, you have that ever so light touch. I mean, I don't even think you can see my finger move. I'm going to try to pull this really, really slow. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, pull. You can barely see my finger move. Now for a double action pull, after that first click you hear, it just kind of flows back. So for having such a big cylinder, it's pretty amazing to me how they engineered it to have a trigger that smooth when you're pulling the trigger. It's rotating the cylinder and cocking the hammer. I can't figure out how they did it, how Smith did it, but it is a very buttery smooth trigger, and that's not just something I'm mimicking that other people say. It really is buttery smooth. And here's that single action pull again. This one, believe it or not, is the same price, and sometimes a little bit more than the 8 3/8" barrel. This is the same thing, the same Smith X frame, but it's a 4" barrel. Does come with an extra compensator and the tool to change it out, but it does not come with a fiber optic sight. This is the only sight that comes with it, and I pretty much prefer this sight anyway, but I think for hunting, the fiber optic on the big boy here would be the way to go. So here is this one. I'm going to tell you guys what people always ask me, because I have shot this one a lot more than this one, but I have shot both of them a good bit for what they are. And people always ask me about recoil. And they say, oh, I bet that little 4" barrel one really kicks. Now, to tell you the truth, guys, in my opinion, the recoil is pretty much the same with both of these. Don't ask me why, I don't know why, but the recoil to me feels about the same. So either one of these, I really couldn't take a new shooter and say, well, I'm going to give you this one, it's softer recoiling. You would think, because it's heavier out here. But in my opinion, and with shooting both of these, I can't notice a discernible difference in either one with the recoil. It's massive. I always tell people what I like in the recoil too on these guys is it feels like lightning strikes the side of your body with whatever. So if you shoot right-handed, it feels like lightning. That concussion when you shoot and everything, and just the feeling and the thump, it feels like lightning strikes your right shoulder and just travels down. That's the only thing I can liken it to, and I love that. I'm a big guy. I like the big recoil. You don't have to be a big guy. I know guys out there that are nice and slim and all this other stuff, and as slim as they can be, and they handle these things fine. But I like the big recoil stuff myself. So. I always plan to have revolvers in my collection, and I want to hang on to these. I did have 3. I had another 4" barrel, and I sold that one. So I actually had 3 of these. And I kept this one, which was my original 4" barrel, and I sold the other one, which was actually newer. If you look at the date code on the shell casings, the other one I had that I got used, it was in a trade deal some years back. And it was newer than this one, and I didn't know round count, but it was every bit as clean, but I wanted to keep my original. This is a 2004, and I believe that's the same year that they came out with this, the big X frame. They had to build a new frame. Smith had to build a whole new frame for this, and it holds 5 in the cylinder, 5 rounds, because it's just so big, it needs so much metal, you can't get 6 in there. And from what I understand, and from everything that I've seen so far, I don't think there's anything that's going to top this on the market coming out of a production handgun. Now, there is some things that you can get that's non-production that would be bigger than this round, but it would be a custom gun. It wouldn't be something you'd see at a gun store unless it was like used in the used case. But it's going to be a custom piece, and it's probably going to be thousands of dollars. Probably multi-thousands of dollars for anything that would be more powerful than this guy right here. This will take care of basically anything you need. The 460, which is on the same frame, looks like the same gun. It's a great round too. It has some more speed to it. These 500s are my choice. The 460 is versatile. It shoots different loadings in the same cylinder. And, you know, you do have that, which is kind of cool. You can't, you know, there's nothing else I can shoot through this one. So with the 460, you do have some versatility, but I like these big 500 guys, and like I said, I'd like to get this one polished out like a mirror, and then put an exotic wood grip right here. Let me know what you think about that. So I just had these out, guys, and I just had to show, you know, what they look like. This is unbelievable. The cylinder is over 2 inches long, just the cylinder alone. It's just, this is a massive gun. It's basically a feat of engineering, okay? I'm not going to close the cylinder with this in there because we're going to be safe, and we want to teach everybody to always remember to be safe, especially when you're doing something like filming and you know, messing with a gun. I won't say playing, but messing with a gun. You always want to be safe. But there's the round in there, and like I said, this round, there's still more room to go at the edge. So that is that, guys. My 500 Magnums. I just had to get these back on video. I love these babies. If you want to see, I might have new subscribers or even the old subscribers. If you want me to bring out my Desert Eagle and do a video on that, I'm getting ready to go over that with some ballistol as well before I take them back to storage here in a day or two. And that's going to be about the size of it. All right, guys. I hope everyone has a good week. I'm coming back real soon here. Right after this video, I'm doing a video with a viewer question. If I get a question from a viewer and it's a good enough question, I will always try to do a video about it. So stay tuned. It involves a Glock, and might want to get some interesting facts. You know, it's not anything that's going to change how you handle and use Glocks or the way you shoot them. But I'm going to give you some facts, and it'll just be some nice knowledge to have. Talk about with your friends or whatever. All right, guys, until next time, H4T, and I'm out.